Good evening and welcome to Star City News. I'm Nikita Higgins.
And I'm Evan Troxel. Nebraska's Democratic caucus is Saturday and Bernie Sanders is favored to win over Hillary Clinton.
Sanders made his first appearance in Nebraska today at the Lead Center. Star City's Mecca Slaughter has been there for all the action and we'll go live to her now in the newsroom. Mecca?
That's a different answer. It's funny. That's right, Nikita. According to the Nebraska State Patrol, nearly 47,000 Nebraskans carry a concealed gun permit, which may be soon seen right here on campus.
A line that exceeded expectations filled the University of Nebraska-Lincoln campus today. The reason? Bernie Sanders. But why Nebraska? Supporters had their opinions of why the presidential candidate made a stop in the Cornhusker State.
Well, Nebraska has typically been a red state, but there's a lot of Democrats who live in Nebraska, especially Lincoln and Omaha. And I like to see the Democratic candidates come here so that we can show our support for them and show that, we have some strength in our numbers, that we mean something.
I don't know actually what his campaign stopping was. I was like, are we on the way somewhere? But we had that Saturday march and so many people showed up. I think that sometimes people forget that Nebraska has people that you should go talk to. In 2008 was the first time that we went purple, where we had blue and red. So I think that we're a little bit more prominent in people's minds now.
Completely dark.
Thanks, Mecca. Coming up later, if you thought you saw Bernie Sanders walking on campus today, you could be wrong.
But first, Lincoln will host another visitor tomorrow.
Former President Bill Clinton will be speaking on behalf of Hillary as part of the family campaign in Lincoln on March 4th. The details have not yet been released on when and where the event will be held. This is the second Clinton to visit Nebraska after Chelsea made stops in Lincoln and Omaha earlier this week.
The Republican presidential debate will be tonight on Fox News at 8 p.m. There will be 4 candidates on the stage: Donald Trump, Ted Cruz, Marco Rubio, and John Kasich. Ben Carson announced yesterday that he will not be participating in tonight's debate, but he has not officially suspended his presidential campaign.
Mitt Romney, who was formerly endorsed by Donald Trump, is now calling him a bully who threatens America's future.
Colleen Fell has more on this story.
These people, I'd like to use really foul language.
As presidential candidate, Donald Trump continues to win delegates. Politicians continue to tear down his politics. New remarks came today from Mitt Romney, who spoke in Utah. Romney offered a pretty harsh critique of Trump, saying his promises to America were worthless.
Donald Trump is a phony, a fraud. His promises are as worthless as a degree from Trump University.
Romney isn't alone in his feelings. U.S. Senator Ben Sasse said he won't vote for Trump or Hillary in the election, but would rather seek a third party.
Have been cast, and the nation that put a man on the moon can't do any better than nominating 2 fundamentally dishonest New York liberals.
And though he hopes for a third party candidate, it won't be him. A Twitter campaign earlier this week called for Sasse to run for president, to which he swiftly replied, absolutely not.
And it's not just Twitter calling for more options for president. Social media is full of requests to get Trump removed, saying he would damage the Republican Party. And we're seeing ideas for nominees such as anyone as a congressman or a radio host. Meanwhile, the GOP debate tonight is sure to have high rating and flying insults. For Star City News, I'm Colleen Fell reporting.
Thanks, Colleen. Coming up, a group is trying to get Ben Sasse to run third party for president.
And after the break, a bill in the legislature could allow students to carry guns on campus.
At the University of Nebraska College of Journalism and Mass Communications, you can start here and go anywhere. Our programs are designed for doers, life seekers. You'll get hands-on experience from day one in front of or behind a camera with a major in broadcasting. Or maybe you'd like a career in radio, calling sporting events for KRNU, or design a major advertising campaign. To begin your future, go to journalism.unl.edu.
According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, every 2 minutes, a person is injured in a drunk driving crash. Always remember, buzz driving is still drunk driving. A message from the Nebraska Office of Highway Safety.
Welcome to the Adele Coryell Hall Learning Commons. This new addition will soon become the scholastic hub of City Campus. Enjoy the vibrant learning environment designed to accommodate and promote academics. The Commons also has a number of private study rooms to gather and collaborate with classmates and friends. Come visit the Adele Coryell Hall Learning Commons at Love Library today.
We'll see if history can repeat itself for the Huskers, picking up back-to-back years with beating Purdue if they lose this game.
What would we do if we won the Powerball jackpot?
That's daunting to think about.
The music may change, but we'll still be there. Music, sports, and more. 90.3 KRNU.
At least 20 states now allow concealed carry of weapons on campus.
Could Nebraska be the next? We now go to Heather Lancaster live from the Nebraska Union.
That's right, Nikita. Nearly 47,000 Nebraskans carry a concealed gun permit, which may be soon seen right here on campus. Lawmakers held a hearing today that had people talking about the bill proposed to allow guns on campus. State Senator from Bellevue Tommy Garrett proposed Nebraska should remove the ban to carry a concealed weapon.
Seeking to amend the statute to allow for these businesses and entities to set their own policies. If enacted, all statutory requirements that these locations be gun-free zones will be removed, and each entity will have the opportunity to decide for themselves whether or not they want to remain a gun-free zone.
UNL's current policy has faculty and students store their weapons at the UNL PD station. People are allowed to have guns on campus if they're members of law enforcement or part of an athletic club that uses weapons. Some students I spoke with were either indifferent or strongly supported keeping guns off campus.
I don't want to have to wait 5 minutes for the police to arrive. I don't know if I'm necessarily in favor of it, but I'm not necessarily opposed to it either.
Speaking nationally, allowing weapons on campuses has gained momentum after recent. Today was just a hearing. No decision will be made until lawmakers consider all responses. Reporting live from City Campus, I'm Heather Lancaster. Back to you, Evan.
Thanks, Heather. The Nebraska legislature has unanimously advanced an anti-hazing bill to the second round of discussion that could prosecute youth younger than college-aged students. Senator Paul Schumacher of Columbus noted the bill broadens the hazing law to any organization, not just in an educational setting. The bill will add public indecency to the definition of hazing.
Michelle Obama is spending her last year as FLOTUS teaching students about gardening. After starting the White House kitchen garden, Obama was inspired to help students grow a garden of their own. The tour started on Capitol Hill after Obama surprised the students at Watkins Elementary School. A Bernie Sanders look-alike was spotted on campus today.
Star City's Casey Caranda has the story live in the newsroom.
Feed Trump because the American people understand, from a religious point of view, from a moral point of view, that community helping each other defeats and trumps selfishness.
Sanders drew a crowd of about 1,500 people, and by 10 a.m., the line was to the WIC Alumni Center. We spoke with some students. One high school student, Ariana Labeled, said she was skipping class to see Bernie because
I really started liking him this year. I thought his politics were great. I really think we should have a change for America.
Some even traveled from Kearney. UNK senior journalism major Emily Jensen came to see Bernie because he has great values.
At first I was a Hillary fan, and then I realized that Bernie was in the mix too and read up on him, and I just agree with so much more of his views, and I love him.
Asia Naird, an advertising and public relations major at UNL, even said she was skipping class and was excited to see Bernie.
When you have somebody who's just been fighting for the same thing for the last 51 years, you strongly believe in them. So
there was even a Bernie doppelganger. His name is Richard McChesky, and he says he relates to Bernie.
I'm the same age as Bernie, and I'm Polish back.
Thanks, Casey. He sure looks a lot like Bernie Sanders, doesn't he?
He sure fooled me. It looks like Lincoln will be seeing warmer temperatures into next week.
And with the first day of spring approaching, rain and thunderstorms are in the forecast. Here's Cody Carlin with today's weather forecast.
Well, now that it's spring, we can start transitioning from thinking about winter-like conditions of snow, ice, and sleet to thinking about more spring-like conditions of rain and even thunderstorms. We even have a chance of thunderstorms early next week. After the break, Audra Moore will have a look at this thunderstorm chance as well as your full weather forecast. From the University of Nebraska Meteorology Lab, I'm Cody Carlin.
Picture yourself in a masterpiece building, surrounded by the work of great American masters. It's here. Sheldon Museum of Art at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. Nebraska's national treasure.
I'm Prince Mukamara, and I'm urging you to go to collegeboundnebraska.com to see if you qualify.
You've got things to do. You're the next success. A CEO, a dancer, a poet, an entrepreneur, a doer, a spark. Come make waves where there is no ocean.
Good evening, Lincoln. You may have been feeling the burn if you were out at the Lead Center today. Our temperatures, though, not quite there. Right now, though, currently in the capital city, 43 degrees, mostly cloudy skies, and winds out of the north at about 15 miles per hour. And as Cody mentioned earlier, we do have some thunderstorm and rain chances coming up. We'll have those in just a little bit. Our high today, we reached 46 here in Lincoln, right about what we'd expect for this time of the year. Our low, though, about 6 degrees above our average temperatures. Temperatures across the state today, warmer off to our west, Scottsbluff and Chadron both at 65 currently. In the east, though, where we had much more cloud cover throughout the day, it is cooler. Columbus 37 and Omaha at 41. Lincoln here still at 43. As for tonight, we'll continue to cool down. 26 is your overnight low. Mostly cloudy skies still and winds from the north at 5 miles per hour. Tomorrow, a warm front will move through, giving us a high of about 62 degrees, and those winds will shift out of the south-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. We could even see some gusts up to 20 miles per hour. Saturday, a cold front comes through again. There is high pressure behind it, though, so that's why we won't get quite as cold. 57 and sunny for your Saturday. Sunday, Monday, and even into Tuesday still. That's when we're going to see our chances for those thunderstorms and rain. The Storm Prediction Center in Norman, Oklahoma actually has issued a 15% chance for severe weather on Monday that extends west to about Kearney and then from much of eastern and central Nebraska down into north central Kansas. Our 7-day forecast still, though, back to Tuesday. 62 is your high. The rain chance is still sticking around about 30% chance. By Wednesday and Thursday of next week, though, mid-50s for your highs and partly cloudy skies. For Star City Weather, I'm Audra Moore. Nikita and Evan, back to you.
Thanks, Audra. UNL is getting closer to electing a new chancellor.
And ASUN is preparing for their upcoming debate. Here's Mike Shoro with more on today's U News.
Hi, I'm Mike Shoro, here with all of your non-Bernie Sanders campus news. The fourth and final UNL Chancellor candidate just finished speaking to staff, faculty, and students today. UNL's own Ronnie Green is the only in-house candidate vying to replace current Chancellor Harvey Perlman, who plans to retire. He currently serves as the Vice President for Agriculture and Natural Resources, as well as the interim Senior Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs. University of Nebraska President Hank Bounds will have the final say on UNL's next chancellor, but he's encouraging students to share their feedback on who they want in charge. While it'll likely be hard to top the dailier Nebraskans' hilarious mass debate on Monday, ASUN candidates will garner votes at the penultimate debate tonight. The Envision, Radiate, and Elevate parties will square off in the Arbor Suite at the East Campus Union at 8 p.m. The parties will try to garner attention in advance of the March 9 student elections. The final debate is set for Monday. Baltimore educator and senior consultant Sam offered advice and tools to help students, faculty, and staff produce a more inclusive society. Offer spoke at University of Nebraska-Lincoln's Empowerment Forum held from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. The forum consisted of a series of breakout sessions about understanding cultural differences, feeling empowered with who you are, and learning to be part of an inclusive society. Free pizza! Now that I've got your attention, the College of Journalism and Mass Communications' Student Advisory Board will host a social media panel tomorrow at Anderson Hall. The 4 p.m. panel will be a networking opportunity for students, and yes, there will be free pizza. CoJMC will also host a job fair called Springboard Your Career from 1 to 4 p.m. Nearly 30 employers are expected to attend the event. And you can burn off that pizza at the Sheldon Museum of Art's dance party starting at 5 tomorrow evening. The 2-hour event is part of a worldwide museum dance video contest. Don't forget your phones and dancing shoes. You'll dance to funk, and the museum will offer free food and tours of the galleries. After the break, we'll have sports with Evan Hummel. He'll have more on what's coming up in Husker basketball.
Lighthouse actually means a lot to me. For one, it provides a safe place, and you can have a free meal here, build a lot of friendships with the staff and kids.
Jaden is one of the many youths who come to Lighthouse for a healthy body and mind. For 25 years, Lighthouse has been creating life-changing experiences through meals, fitness classes, and educational support. To learn more about our mission or to donate, visit lincolnlighthouse.org.
Don't just check on your friend later. Take action. He's not just missing the party. He could miss the rest of his life.
Good evening. I'm Evan Hummel with the latest sports news. The Husker women's basketball team opens Big Ten tournament play today against Rutgers, and Nebraska hopes a 1-2 punch of Jessica Shepard and Natalie Romeo can carry them through. Shepard continues her phenomenal freshman campaign, and Romeo is a force to be reckoned with on offense and defense. The action starts at 5:30 tonight, and the game will be televised on Big Ten Network. On to more basketball. The Husker men will continue their quest for the 10 seed in the Big Ten tournament, as they take on Northwestern and Evanston Sunday. This will be their final regular season game, and the Huskers hope to ride into the tourney with some momentum. Nebraska is on a 4-game losing streak, but can still get a first-round bye with a win over the Wildcats. Coverage starts at 1 p.m. on Big Ten Network. And in local news, girls state basketball starts today, and there are 2 Lincoln teams in the tournament. Lincoln East in Class A and Lincoln Christian in Class C. Lincoln Christian demolished Mitchell with a score of 67-27, and Lincoln East upset the top seed 64-56. Lincoln Christian will play Pierce tomorrow morning, while Lincoln East is still waiting to see who they will face. And in Husker football news, offensive lineman Nick Gates, who's coming off a stellar season at right tackle, will be switching to left tackle for the spring. The Huskers are replacing 3 starters on the offensive line, so the shuffle isn't unexpected. Moving on to a more current sport, the Husker baseball team opens a 3-game series this weekend at Long Beach State. Action starts at 8 tomorrow night. It's been a rough start for the Huskers, who are 2-4 this season, but they are coming off a win against Tulane. They'll look to get back to their winning ways this weekend. And that's it for sports. Jacob will have the latest social media buzz when we come back.
The Study Stop is a place for students to really, be able to get together, do homework, but then also get academic assistance if they need it from different tutors available on campus, as well as teaching assistants and different resources that have been brought in.
It's a nice place because they have free coffee and hot chocolate. I also have tutors, which physics I like because it's really hard.
This is a study stop. It's a place for people who need help with whatever to come get help from tutors, or if they just need a quiet place to study, they can come study.
7 to 10 every day. There'll be a place where you can go and just sit and study. Coming to the study stop really is just helping yourself.
Good evening, my name is Jacob Elliott and I'm here with your social media news. A Florida man woke up to a nasty surprise Tuesday morning swimming around in their pool. Craig Lear was letting out his cats when he spotted bubbles coming from the surface of his pool. The cause? 300 pounds of scales and teeth, a 9-foot alligator. Lear called for a trapper to remove the resting reptile. Needless to say, the gator was not amused. No one was harmed in the making of this video, except for the gator, who will most likely end up as a pair of boots. Books are blowing up across the pond, but not literally. Today is World Book Day in the UK and Ireland. While the celebration doesn't come to the US until April, get to your Twitter and start posting your favorite books. Don't wait to show off your love of literature. Show your book smarts at #WorldBookDay. And now, for today's Kanye segment. It's a game of Kanye and Mouse. A Twitter war between Kanye West and deadmau5 started last night after deadmau5 called out Kanye for torrenting the software Serum. Kanye responded by mocking the DJ's iconic Mickey Mouse mask style, asking if he got married, would there be a Minnie Mouse? Without dropping a beat, deadmau5 suggested that Kanye start a Kickstarter to get basic music equipment. After the break, we'll have Megan McGill here to talk to you about a couple of upcoming sequels that you might not be expecting.
A line that exceeded expectations filled the University of Nebraska-Lincoln campus today. The reason? Bernie Sanders. But why Nebraska? Supporters had their opinions of why the presidential candidate.
Picture yourself in a masterpiece building, surrounded by the work of great American masters. It's here. Sheldon Museum of Art at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. Nebraska's national treasure.
I'm Prince Mukamara, and I'm urging you to go to CoJMC.com to see if you qualify.
You've got things to do. You're the next success. A CEO, a dancer, a poet, an entrepreneur, a doer, a spark. Come make waves where there is no ocean.
I'm Megan McGill with what's hot in the entertainment world. Well, the rumors are true. The hit TV movie franchise that showed us the most unrealistic depiction of what we wish high school was actually like is back. High School Musical 4 is a go. Even though your favorite Wildcats have gone their own ways, the curtain has not closed on East High yet. This could be the start of something new for HSM fans with a brand new cast and brand new songs that you'll pretend you don't secretly love. You can bet on it. High School Musical isn't the only show making a comeback. Oh my Lanta, I'm personally so excited about this one. Fuller House will be coming back for a second season on Netflix. This is a good thing because I may or may not have finished the first season in 2 seasons. But fans can rest easy knowing that the San Fran family is here to stay. Well, we will be seeing even more of Jodie Sweetin, who plays Stephanie Tanner on the show. Sweetin announced on Good Morning America that she will be joining the cast of Dancing with the Stars. Continuing on with the nostalgia, we are going to just keep swimming. Marlin, Nemo, and everyone's favorite forgetful fish, gosh, what's her name? Dory, that's right. They're all back for another adventure. The official trailer of Finding Dory is out. The Finding Nemo sequel features Dory and the rest of the gang embarking on a journey to find Dory's family. You can jump in on all the action when the film washes up to theaters this June. Well, if you ever find yourself in the midst of some suspicious paranormal activity, there's only one question to ask yourself. Who are you going to call? The reboot premiere of the popular 1984 classic Ghostbusters is in the works. The first official trailer was released this morning. With an all-female cast, this version shows some of the classic film's iconic scenes, but the director assures fans that this film includes a new plot twist and new surprises for those of you who think you have it all figured out. That's it for entertainment. Back to you, Nikita and Evan.
Thanks, Megan. Evan, do you know what rapper is going to be in Lincoln this weekend?
I'm not sure who.
Well, Lil Wayne will be wrapping up his dedication tour Sunday at the Pinnacle Bank Arena. Lil Wayne is dedicating this tour to the cities he has skipped on previous tours. The concert will be at 7:30 and tickets are still available. Well, I know I'm going to be there.
I can't miss my man, Lil Wayne.
Well, that's all from us here at Star City News. Don't forget to tune in every Tuesday and Thursday, live at 5.
Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at Star City News 16. We'll see you next time. Have a great night.
You've been watching Star City News, a student-run newscast at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln's College of Journalism and Mass Communication.